YouTube, welcome in. Today, I want to go over a few tips for AFK Journey and give you all a bit of insight into a game that I've been playing quite a bit during the beta, and now that it's got its full release, I've got a real good grasp of what the game's like to play and what it feels like, and it's a ton of fun. I really do enjoy it, but there's a lot of things that brand new players seem to miss. AFK Journey was kind enough to sponsor this video, so thank you very much for that. And what I'm about to tell you is a bunch of tips that I figured out for myself and found out from other players, and hopefully some of these can help you out. So as a brand new player to AFK Journey, one of the first things that you really want to do is check who's on the limited banner as the rate up character. See if they'd fit into your team. Valor, for example, is a fantastic unit, especially for late game content if you pair her with somebody like Reina that you can get from the Stargaze banner here. She's really good single target DPS. She can shut down the enemy backline, stop them from using ults, and she's just a solid unit. There's a few things that you unlock within the wishing systems here that are really useful, such as the wish list. The wish list is going to guarantee that you get these specific characters when you do your pulls, whether it's the S ranks or A-level heroes, and this is how I have my wish list set up. The reason I have my wish list set up like this, I used to have Cecilia here, but as you can see, I got really lucky, and she's actually maxed out. So because I don't need her anymore, these are the units that I need. I still don't have Smokey and Murky somehow, which is insane to me, but this is one of the best healers in the game, especially for pushing AFK floors, so you definitely want to try and get them. Coco is also a phenomenal unit for healing and support in general, boosting up your team's attack and defenses. She's phenomenal. Marilee's great for certain activities in the game, like the Dream Realm bosses, and Rowan's great for support as well. He can basically battery your units to give them full ult charge very quickly with his ult. Thordan as well is one of the best tanks in the game. I highly recommend you pull for him. He is phenomenal. And the other units are a bonus. Odie's a fantastic DPS, and Damien's a great healer. Now, I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed to get Cecia, and as you can see, I have her as my highest level character at Supreme Plus. She is cracked, level 110 for me. This girl will carry you through so much early game content. It is insane. She's one of the best DPSs in the entire game. Once she summons her familiar, Mr. Carlisle, he does a ton of damage. She summons him on top of enemies. He can root them down, entangle them, and just deal insane damage. Highly recommend building Cecia, putting her into your team. What you really want to do is go for one tank. I have Thordan, 2 DPS. I have Cecia and Valor, 1 support and 1 healer. I typically use Rowan as both support and healer because I can get away with it. But you might want to use Rowan as support and then use a healer. I use Reina because Reina is absolutely phenomenal. I highly recommend that when you unlock in the Noble Tavern, the Stargaze Station, that the first unit you pull for is Reina, because at 1 copy, he is great. And then you can focus maybe on Scarlita. Scarlita's phenomenal, but she really excels at the higher ranks. So it's really important to get 1 copy of Reina. He will help a ton. You can also just flex bot the support, so if you need another tank, you can put in another tank. If you need another healer, you can do that. Just have fun with it. Now, one of the main ways to level up in this game and keep up to date with everything is this, the AFK progress. So you want to make sure you're climbing as many AFK stages as possible. As you can see, there is an absolute ton of them. This isn't even the end. It goes up to over 1,000. It's crazy. But this is the way you get AFK stuff while not playing the game. So as you can see, like per hour it's 117,000 bucks, and per day it's 1870 of this, and this is the material that you're going to need to level up your characters a lot. You do get some free daily AFK attempts, so I can show you this now, even though I probably should do it a little bit first. And you get a couple of hours of AFK rewards for free, which is great. You can also use gems, which I do because I like to progress my account pretty quickly, but I'm going to do some battles to level up my floor first, just so I can guarantee some more rewards, basically. You also need to do this to unlock story progress. So as you can see currently on my map, this is currently locked. I can't unlock the next area of the map until I complete AFK stage 445, and the next quest is in there, so I need to get cracking with that pretty quick. For a lot of these AFK floors, it is really smart to change up your formation, see what you're doing wrong. To show you a quick run here, I place my Reina in the back with my Valor so that Valor TPs into the back. It's a lot to explain for early game, but formation can help a ton. And I can't clear this floor yet. It's pretty difficult. I'm kind of locked a little bit. But as you can see, we have a ton of damage. We entangle the enemies. Carlisle pops off, does a ton of damage. This team is cracked. Reina teleports a random unit off of the battlefield completely, so it's a lot easier to deal with the enemies. I might be able to clear this now, just because he teleported off one of the support units, which is great. And yeah, he basically just saved that run. Reyna's a fantastic unit. Definitely pull for him. Important. Another thing that should never be overlooked when you're talking about leveling up your account and your character, to boost up the character's power, is this stuff. All of the gear. You really need to focus on this as well as your character's levels to make sure you're not falling behind. Like for rogues, I don't really use any rogues, so it's not too important, but I might as well just do it because it levels up the overall account power, so why not? But make sure you're focusing on this just enough to keep them all around about the same level. Otherwise, you will notice a lot of power discrepancies. The next thing I'd highly recommend is to not overlook PvP. PvP, even though it's quite daunting in other games, is not so daunting in this, honestly. You can see the power of the other team. This is a very easy team for me to go up against because they have all level 110 characters. This team too wouldn't be too bad, and this team would be slightly tough. So let's try the slightly tough team just to show you. This might not go too well, but I'm gonna try TP Vala with their... Honestly, I'm gonna try TP Vala with their Smokey because Smokey does a ton of heals and I don't want him getting the heals off, so let's just see how this goes. We'll start the battle. The tank's coming in but entangled already, so he slows down a little bit. Smokey's already in our backline, which is fine because he doesn't do too much damage, but he does big AoE heals, and there's not any targets other than Thordan getting healed by him right now, which is very nice. Carlisle's out on the field doing insane damage to their backline, and they're not getting healed now because Smokey's in our backline, so that's fantastic. And Smokey just got teleported off the field by Reyna, which is phenomenal. He's a fantastic unit for PvP. So is Vala, so is Cecil. All of these units are great. And we just wiped the floor with a team that was 3,000 power level higher than us or something. It's crazy. Just make sure you're placing your units in good spots. You get a lot of XP from this, a lot of free rewards, a lot of pulls. It's worth doing PvP even if you go for the weaker teams. I have my own guild in this game because the community really loves this game as well, and I love playing it, so I thought, why not make my own guild? It's very, very fun. I have a day left till I'm able to showcase this, but make sure you're doing your guild activities, level up your guild, get guild progress. We're currently ranked 27 in the server, which is huge, and you can get some really nice rewards, distribute it among the members, and it's a nice little way to be active with other players in the game as well. If you come down here to this icon, you can see all the current events. So right now we have, if you log in every day, you can get like all the heroes in the game. It's really kind of wild. I love it. Also on these, you get the chance to get the Celestial and Hypergean heroes, which is the super strong ones like Reyna and Scarlita. It's fantastic. Make sure you're doing this. Check all of them, see what you're into. I'm not a big fan of the dueling system, so I don't usually do this, but it is worth it. You get a lot of pulls and a free skin. The forward journey you get for just completing AFK stages. I'm almost to my next one, and the Primal Lord has just opened up, but I haven't checked it out yet, so stay tuned for that if you want to see some more. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but there is also the Dream Realm. It tells you what units are pretty good here for constant attacks like Reyna, Odie, and counters insta-kill Thordan. So let's just take a look at this, shall we? We'll take Coco out. We have Odie in. We already have Thordan. Let me put my Reyna in as well, and let's just see how this team handles this boss. It should be pretty fine. We do a hell of a lot of damage. It is an elite challenge, so it's going to be quite tough. We might not have the heals with Rowan, actually. We might need a different support here, or a different support slash healer combo. But let's just see what we can whittle him down to, and I'll show you how the reward system works. So currently we've done over 1 million damage. He still has 23 health bars left, but because of the constant amount of pressure we're applying, you can see the percentage above the health bars going up really, really quickly. Now, when his ult bar fills up at the bottom as well, he does this large attack, which does a lot of damage, which is why I think, yeah, Thorin's already dead. It does seem like, yeah, there it is. Rowan's just not good enough for sustain heals here. Smokey and Murky would be really good, but I don't have them. But we got 68.61% of the health bars down, which means you get all of these rewards still. It's worth doing even if you can't 100% it, okay? 100%. I'm currently on a pretty high difficulty here. So once you start off, it's not going to be this tough. And you get a lot of really cool rewards that you can spend in the Emporium and the Dream Store to get 4 stars for free. To get A rank heroes for nothing. You could just get them. It's fantastic. But there are certain characters that really shine in Dream Realm, so make sure you're pulling for those, such as Marilee is fantastic in a lot of the Dream Realm stuff. I got her pretty well leveled up. She's currently legendary at level 110, which also brings me on to another point. If you get resonance levels, which is all of the characters leveled to the same level, every character on your account is that level. So because all of these characters in the top are 110, every character's 110. Level up your characters equally as much as you can, and push your DPS and tanks pretty high when you can't level them up equally. When you get to like 90, 100, it's hard because you you are required to have a lot of this dust. So some days you're just going to be able to... I had my CCR at level 110 before any other characters were even level 100. But it was worth it because at the rate that you get the dream dust is really low the later in the game that you get. But honestly, I'm having an absolute blast with this game. I'm going to be playing it quite a lot. So if you are interested in seeing some more content, honestly, I might even make a second channel for it. But let me know what you're interested in down in the comments below. If these tips helped you out, let me know. And download the game using the link in the description. Thank you again to AFK for sponsoring the video. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.